and welcome to the first of two nights of Champions League quarter-final first leg action, and we have a lot to look forward to tonight. Two huge games, four teams in great form at the moment, four teams who love European football. One team has never won a European Cup before, but three other teams who love it and will want to go further. Two English teams as well involved tonight, Arsenal and Manchester City. The two English teams remaining in the competition, both in action. We'll keep an eye on both games tonight. Live commentary from the Emirates, and we'll keep updates from the Santiago Bernabeu, where Real Madrid take on the current holders, Manchester City. The record holders against the current holders. That is in Madrid. We're here at the Emirates, where Arsenal, who haven't won a Champions League and haven't progressed to the semi-finals since 2009, they face a Bayern Munich side who have won 6 European Cups over their history, and their last coming just 4 years ago when they beat PSG in that final against their current manager. And Bayern Munich, they may not have the league to go off, but they have a Champions League, and they have a battle with Arsenal, who they have a very good record against. To tonight's teams here at the Emirates, and we start with Arsenal. David Raya starts in goal. Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel and Jakub Kiwior make an unchanged defence from the weekend. In midfield is Jorginho, Declan Rice and captain Martin Odegaard, with a front three of Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli and Kai Havertz leads the line. On the bench for the Gunners tonight is Ramsdale, Hines, Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, Smith Rowe, El Neni, Vieira, Partey, Nelson, Nketiah, Jesus and Trossard. For the visiting Bayern Munich, Manuel Neuer starts in goal and captains the Bayern Munich side this evening. A back four of Joshua Kimmich, Eric Dyer, Matthijs de Ligt and Alphonso Davies in defence. Konrad Laimer and Leon Goretzka in midfield, with an attacking four of Jamal Musiala, Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry and Harry Kane, the man who used to play against this Arsenal side against their biggest rivals, Tottenham, as well as Derek Dyer, who returns to North London in Bayern Black tonight against Arsenal, aside his former side's biggest rivals, Eric Dyer and Harry Kane, starting tonight. On the bench for the travelling Bavarians is Peretz, Ulrich, Guerrero, Upamecano, Mazraoui, Kim, Coman, Pavlovic, Zaragoza, Müller, Choupo-Moting and Matthias Tell. It's Mikel Arteta against Thomas Tuchel. It's Arsenal against Bayern Munich. It is the Champions League quarter-finals from the Emirates for the first time in a long time. Kickoff is next. Good evening and welcome to a roaring Emirates Stadium. Arsenal in fine form, top of the Premier League table and into the final 8 teams in this season's Champions League. Could it be going any better for Mikel Arteta? Tonight they will have a huge test in Bayern Munich, a side who have been topsy-turvy all season, but one thing has been consistent, and that is their Champions League form. We will see tonight which one of these two teams will blink first. Will Arsenal get to the semi-finals? They'll not find out tonight, of course. The second leg is next week. But they will have a good step in trying to go towards that tonight. Their former kind of vein in the side, Harry Kane, who used to play for Spurs, starts for their opposition tonight in Bayern Munich and is absolutely destroying goal-scoring records in Germany. Incredible form that he's on, and we will see if he can add to that tally tonight. We're also watching Real Madrid against Manchester City. As you can see on the left-hand side of your screen there, we'll have live updates from that game. We'll keep updated who scored, what the score is, and also the live clock from the game, so do stay with us for that. And we'll have updates from all 6 championship games as well for you. We'll run you through all of that when we get underway this evening. Arsenal, about ready to go ahead. Arsenal in their red and white home kit. Bayern Munich in away kit this evening, of course, with the kit clash of red. And they're in their black and purple away kit this evening. What a game at the Emirates Stadium. The final 8 starts here. The road to London. They're in London, but the road to Wembley starts right here. 8 teams will be cut down to 4. Will we set up an all-English semi-final? If Arsenal and Man City can progress from these ties tonight, that will be the case. Of course, we will have updates from all 4 Champions League quarter-final first legs this midweek. Plus, we have all 12 championship games for you. The EFL Championship. 6 tonight, 6 tomorrow night. Incredible round of football for you over the next 2 nights here on LFS. And it will all round off with Europa League action at Anfield on Thursday night as well. Incredible. You could not ask for anything better on your screens and in your ears tonight. Very warm welcome to LFS this evening for this Champions League tie between Bayern Munich and Arsenal, of course. They are underway in that game in Madrid this evening between Manchester City and Real Madrid, which is just got underway. So they're in the first minute there. You'll see the live updates on your left-hand side of your screen, the live clock and the live score from that one. We'll update that if anything changes there. Of course, it's all about Arsenal and Bayern Munich for us this evening. And these two sides, Arsenal in fantastic domestic form. Bayern Munich quite the opposite, really. Beaten from 2-0 up against Heidenheim in Germany at the weekend and went on to lose that game by 3-2. It now means Bayer Leverkusen are just 1 win away from lifting that trophy and stopping Bayern Munich's 11-year run of winning the league in successive seasons. Here's Leroy Sané, former Manchester City player, whips a ball in early. Up for the header was Gabriel Kane using his physicality as Arsenal clear their lines and get it away with Martin Odegaard trying to get them forward. But that was a good move by Bayern Munich. First real attempt down that right-hand side. And as Leroy Sané just whips the ball in, headed away up into the air by Gabriel. Down into the mix. Harry Kane brings it down, trying to cut it back for one of his teammates alongside him. And he just couldn't find anyone in there as Arsenal cleared their lines. So we're underway in this one. 2 minutes gone in this one. 1 minute and 45 gone in the City game. And also 6 championship games for you tonight. 5 7:45 kickoffs. 1 8 o'clock kickoff from Ellen Road. Leeds against Sunderland. There's an 8 o'clock kickoff. 7:45 games. Millwall take on leaders Leicester. In that one it is 0-0. Plymouth 0. QPR 0. Preston 0. Huddersfield 0. Sheffield Wednesday 0. Norwich City 2. Norwich beating Ipswich, their local rivals at the weekend. A huge derby. And they're already 2-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday, who are in the bottom 3. And Southampton have just taken the lead against Coventry City. They lead by 1-0. Coventry, who beat Leeds at the weekend, but already behind at home. We have a goal in Madrid. Incredible start to the game. And which way has it gone? We will find out. What a start for Manchester City. They lead inside 2 minutes in Madrid. Incredible. Bernardo Silva, the man to give Manchester City the lead. Incredible start to that game for Manchester City, who take the lead. The holders of the competition already have an advantage in the away leg in the Champions League quarter-final. Incredible start. Real Madrid 0. Manchester City 1. Bernardo Silva with that goal. Here's Gnabry. Musiala beaten off the ball early on. Musiala back to Konrad Laimer and across to Goretzka. And Bayern trying to pass the ball about, trying to break their way through Arsenal. They've had the most possession so far. The ball in behind. They're unmade by Jamal Musiala there. Flag stays down. He keeps it in play on the left flank. Musiala up against Saka. Saka's tracking back and holding him off and does really well. Saka to block off Musiala, but the ball back with Gnabry. Davis back in field to Laimer. To Eric Dyer now, who's getting a few boos from the home crowd. Of course, all home fans in here tonight. No Bayern Munich fans, of course. So the Arsenal fans surrounding the stadium all the way around that bottom tier. Arsenal fans galore here tonight, which will add and help their hopes. We're just going to see this Manchester City goal. It's from a free kick in Madrid. We're just going to have a look at this now. So they're setting up for a free kick. It's about, wow, what a distance. Oh my goodness me. Bernardo Silva completely catches out the goalkeeper. Fantastic. A shot from about 29 yards. some distance, and he looks like he's going to whip it in, and he just sneaks a spot in the bottom left corner, sees a bit of a gap, and just slices it right into the bottom left corner from about 29 yards. A hard, low-hit ball. Incredible goal from Bernardo Silva, and that's that type of initiative that wins this competition. Those types of moments, in big moments and big kind of happenings in games, that is what wins you championships, and that's what wins you the Champions League. Moments like that, but a long way to go in Madrid this evening, but already City lead by 1-0. Here's Saka for Arsenal. Ben White pressed upon there by Jamal Musiala. It will be an Arsenal throw-in on the right-hand side. Ben White to take. White down the line, looking for Havertz. Blocked off by Dyer. And then out for another throw-in, which White will take again for Arsenal on this right flank. Saka and Odegaard had made those runs. A big space in the middle here. White whipping it into the box. Flicked on by Havertz, but not towards any of his teammates as Saka tries to scramble in for one, but cleared away by Bayern there. And the offside flag up against Bukayo Saka. So free kick to Bayern Munich. Just a recap for you. I said it quite quickly earlier. Southampton leading Coventry by a goal to nil. Southampton, of course, in the chase of the top three. They're fourth at the moment in the Championship. And with a win, they would be in a good position. Here they come, Arsenal. Here's Havertz. Odegaard. Now Martinelli. Martinelli! Oh, hit it wide. Could not get it on target, but riles up the crowd. G's them up, but good pressing by Saka. Feeds the ball across to Havertz on the edge of the box. Spins back to Odegaard. And Odegaard lays it off to Martinelli on the edge of the D. And he just tries to find that right-hand corner, that right-hand side netting. And it just goes curling wide of the right-hand post. But a close opportunity for Arsenal. Their high pressing worked out there. And Saka did very well with the press to win the ball back for Arsenal. First real opportunity for the Gunners. Saka under pressure from Alphonso Davies, and the referee just feeling that push in the back of Saka was a bit too much. Referee this evening is Glenn Nyberg from Sweden. And not much Champions League experience for this referee. This is only his 11th Champions League game as a referee. And he's yet to give out a red card in the Champions League, interesting enough. 11th Champions League game, and he's doing a knockout game. Wow, what a one for him. Good luck to the referee tonight. Hoping he has a clean game. Not only for his sake, but of course everyone's sick. Here's Eric Dyer, under pressure. Fires the long ball forward. And the header from Serge Gnabry goes straight into the feet of William Saliba, who's calm and composed for Arsenal. Saka again goes down under Davies' challenge. And it'll be another Arsenal free kick and a yellow card early on for Alphonso Davies. And that means that Alphonso Davies will not only be on a caution for this game, but he will not be involved for the second leg. He was already on a yellow card warning coming into this one tonight. And if he'd received a booking tonight, he will miss the second leg. So that means with that yellow card, he will miss the second leg of this tie, no matter what. And another free kick for Arsenal. Graham in the chat says, is this at the Emirates or at the Allianz? It is at the Emirates tonight, Graham. The first leg, Arsenal at home. Bayern at home for the second leg, of course. The luck of the draw. But Arsenal will want to do the business tonight and give themselves as much an advantage as they can heading to Bavaria next week. We'll see if they can. They do have a free kick here on the right-hand side. No problem, Graham. Great to have you with us here this evening on LFS for this Champions League night. We have already the champions and the holders of the competition, City leading Real Madrid in Madrid inside 2 minutes there, and Arsenal Bayern still goalless, and 6 championship games as well to keep an eye on. So a lot to keep you up to date with tonight. Rice with a short free kick. Odegaard down the right hand side to Saka. Saka cuts back inside. Odegaard now looking for options. Rice down the right flank. Back infield to Odegaard. Arsenal trying to move it quickly to try and find those pockets of space. As White goes down the left-hand side. Bouncing ball for Martinelli to try and keep in. And can't keep it in the perimeter. So he did keep it in. He did. Well, it runs out that time for a goal kick. Got a bit excited there, Gabriel Martinelli. I thought it went out first time. Just have to see the replay of that. Nonetheless, it's a Bayern goal kick, but it looked like Martinelli did an incredible job. He did keep it in on that left-hand side, because it looked like, from my angle, the angle that we were seeing, it looked like it just crossed the byline. But nonetheless, nothing came of it. And Bayern have just knocked that goal kick right back to the Arsenal keeper, David Raya, this evening. In goal again. Because Arsenal, a real powerhouse, not only in attack this season, they're the top scorers in the Premier League, but also the best defence in the Premier League. And that, I mean, that's a winning combination, obviously. But the fact that they're keeping clean sheets against tough sides, I mean, Brighton away has been tough for many teams this season, but Arsenal made easy work of it against Brighton at the Amex at the weekend. 3-0 winners in that one, of course, on the south coast. I'm sure they're actually glad that they're at home this first leg, of course. You don't want too much travelling. You don't want back-to-back away games, especially travelling to another country in midweek. Of course, that's the pressure that this time of the season causes, but I'm sure Arsenal will feel a bit of relief that they haven't had to travel via plane or any sort over the last few days. Here's Saka! Bukayo Saka! The Arsenal saviour! Always delivers! And always at home. Bukayo Saka with that signature cut inside from the right-hand side and a curling left effort into the bottom left corner. And Harry Kane is being haunted on his return to North London. Arsenal, inside 12 minutes, take the lead. Great move down the left or the right-hand side. Ødegaard over the top. Saka made the run in behind. Tight for an offside. I think he's just onside. Saka chops on his left. Battling. Havertz then lays it off to White. White finds the run of Saka infield. Cuts onto his left and curls it into the bottom left corner beautifully. No chance for Manuel Neuer. No chance for Bayern Munich. And both English sides lead inside 12 minutes. Arsenal 1. Bayern Munich 0. Absolutely sensational. And Bukayo Saka, the coolest man inside the Emirates, fully delivers for the Gunners. 1-0. Incredible. What a start. What a start for Arsenal. Wow, wait. Bukayo Saka. Sensational delivery from him. And it was just really nice play. I mean, Bayern just couldn't hold on. And that run in behind from Saka initially stretched the game, stretched the Bayern defence. And I said they wanted to move it quickly, find those pockets of space. And they have players that can make runs in behind Arsenal. Saka, one of them. He makes that run in behind. He stretches the defence, causes a bit of confusion, creates an overload. And he finds a runner off the field. Really nice football by Arsenal there, and they finish it off beautifully as well. We have no time to breathe because there's another goal at the Santiago Bernabeu. We're going to tell you about it in a moment, but we do have another goal. Manchester City, their start to the game, and an idyllic start to the game, but they have been pegged back in Madrid this evening. Real Madrid, the serial winners of this competition, they never know when they're beaten at this stage of the game. And Eduardo Camavinga, almost identical timing to the Arsenal goal inside 12 minutes, has levelled the game for Real Madrid. Real Madrid 1, Manchester City 1 in Madrid this evening. Incredible start in that game. And Eduardo Camavinga getting Real Madrid back on level terms. Wonderful. Right, to the Championship. Let's just recap you those Championship games this evening. Millwall 0, Leicester 0 in that game. Millwall threatened by relegation. Leicester top of the league at the moment. Plymouth 0, QPR 0. Two sides looking to stave off relegation. Preston 0, Huddersfield 0. Preston looking for a top 6 place and outside hope. Huddersfield a 0 as well. Huddersfield just outside the bottom 3. Don't want to drop tonight. They're still goalless. Sheffield Wednesday 0. Norwich 2, Southampton 1, Coventry 0, and in the late kickoff, the 8 o'clock kickoff, Leeds 0, Sunderland 0. We have another goal at the Santiago Bernabeu. Incredible. Wow, I can't believe this. And Manchester City not only took the lead inside 2 minutes, they've given the lead completely away inside 2 minutes. Real Madrid have just taken the lead for the first time tonight. Rodrigo with the goal 2 minutes after Real Madrid equalised. Here's a chance for Arsenal. White hitting straight at the keeper. I can't breathe. What's going on? As I was saying, Rodrigo with the goal to give Real Madrid the lead in Madrid this evening. So Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 1. Arsenal nearly scored their second. Ben White in the middle of the box, 18-yard box, around about the penalty spot, and he just has to hit it, try and find a corner. Hits it straight down the throat of Manuel Neuer, who denies him quite simply. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff in the Champions League tonight. Graham keeping us up to date with that game. We're going to show you those goals. I'll talk you through them now. So Real Madrid's equaliser, down the right-hand side, back in field. I think it's Camavinga here. Left-footed strike. Took a deflection. That was the first goal, sorry. Yes, it was Camavinga with a shot. Took a deflection off Ruben Dias. And then the second one, a counter-attack. And it's Rodrigo all on his own. And he completely makes the keeper. Rolls it through the legs of the Manchester City keeper. And Carlo Ancelotti, unlike him, is going nuts in that game. And Stefan Ortega has been beaten for the second time in 2 minutes. And Manchester City, from their 1-0 lead inside 2 minutes, now trail by 2-1. The power of Real Madrid. Sensational in that first. And it's only the first leg. Goodness me. Wow. Here's Jakub Kiwior for Arsenal. Martinelli. Kiwior again. Havertz to Gabriel now, across to Jorginho. Odegaard and Arsenal really fluid at the moment. Here's Saka on the right flank, up against Davis. Cuts it back to White. White now to Odegaard. Through the legs. Saka trying to link it up, but cut out by Jamal Musiala, who gets it cleared for Bayern. But at the moment, Bayern just have no idea of an out ball. Every time they knock it long and there's just no hope. Although Arsenal give it away there. Almost causing problems. And here's the run off the man. Here's a nice run. Gnabry, 1-1. Serge Gnabry. A counter-attacking goal from Bayern Munich has levelled the tie inside 18 minutes at the Emirates. And it's Serge Gnabry with the goal to get Bayern on level footing. From their own mistake, Arsenal, a poor pass from the defence, catching them out and snatched upon by Bayern Munich, and they take their opportunity when it comes. It's just one long ball, and it's Gabriel. I mean, he tries to pass to the keeper, he takes another touch then, plays it into midfield, completely catches out his midfield. It's Kiwior that actually can't reach for it. Rice is on the wrong foot. The run in behind him off the man from Lechon Goretzka, plays it through the line, and then Serge Gnabry just slides towards the keeper, beats David Raya, and levels the game for Bayern Munich. Sliding under the legs of David Raya. Incredible. Wow. What an electric start to these Champions League quarter-finals. We have 5 goals inside 18 minutes. And it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. It's end-to-end football. It's sensational. Wowee. Arsenal coming again. Trying to restore their lead, but cleared away by Bayern again, all the way back to David Raya. 19.5 minutes gone. Arsenal 1, Bayern Munich 1 inside the Emirates. Arsenal exploding into the lead through Bukayo Saka, and Serge Gnabry latching upon a mistake from Arsenal in defence to level things for Bayern Munich. And in Madrid as well, it is Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 1. City taking the lead from a classy free kick from Bernardo Silva, catching out everyone. And then Real Madrid with a 2 goals in quick succession to turn things around. Camavinga and Rodrigo, the goal scorers there, has Madrid 2-1 up. Saka taken down again there. Musiala this time committing the foul. And another Arsenal free kick. Absolutely sensational. What more could you have wanted from these the early stages of these Champions League games? Sometimes it can be a hit or miss. Sometimes it could either go one way or the other. One way being this way, a multitude of goals, and none of the defences can hold on. None of the defences can see up to the attacking threat, or can go completely the other way. The attacks just can't get it going. But tonight we've certainly seen free-flowing football from all four teams in their occasions, and playing nice way and getting what they deserve, probably. Arsenal have another free kick here. Declan Rice to take. Saka was taken down again. This time it was Jamal Musiala committing the foul. Rice to take this one. Right hand side. Some distance. Whipped across the box. Edge of the box. Bayern clear it away. There was a question of handball there, maybe on the Arsenal player, but referee said no. Rice with a lovely long diagonal. Chested down by Martinelli. Running at his defender. Martinelli. Cuts it back to Gabriel. Back to Jorginho. Now Martinelli again. Whips a ball in. Headed down. But straight to the keeper from Jakub Kivior there. In the box. And a nice catch from Manuel Neuer to gather. Goodness me. Could we have had a more electric start to the Champions League quarter-finals? As I was saying, 5 goals inside 20 minutes from both games tonight. 3 in Madrid, 2 here. Wonderful. There's a free kick here. Another Arsenal free kick. It's Harry Kane this time that's penalised. Battling with Gabriel. Just a tussle between the two, and Harry Kane, the man, penalised. I mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I think there's not much in that between the two. They're both grappling at each other. But Arsenal get the free kick. Rice. Jorginho. Back to Saliba. Now out to Jorginho again. Ball over the top. Just a bit short for Havertz to chase. And Bayern clear it away. Gnabry to try and get it up the field. But good battling from Jorginho. Wins it back as Arsenal try and play it quickly. And Ben White there knocking it off a Bayern player. And getting a throw in, which he takes quickly. And then that's headed away by Eric Dyer in the box. And out for another Arsenal throw. We have another goal in the Championship games tonight. Norwich leading by 2-0 with Sheffield Wednesday, but another side 2-0 up. Southampton, the only other side to have scored this evening. Only 2 goal scorers, 2 scoring teams in the Championship, and they've scored 2 goals apiece so far. Southampton doubling their lead against Coventry. Che Adams with the second. Kyle Walker-Peters after Haji Wright missed a penalty after 10 minutes for Coventry, but they now find themselves 2-0 down at St Mary's in that one. The league leaders Leicester still unable to break down a resolute 4-4-2 from Millwall at the Den. Just one shot on target for Leicester and the Foxes, who've won their last 2 and will look to really stalemate or kind of solidify their place at the top if they win this evening. Not able to break the deadlock there. 36 minutes gone, still goalless, and still the Leeds as well, the other team in the top 3 chasing for automatic promotion. A draw would be enough to see them into the top 2 tonight, ahead of Ipswich on goal difference, but Ipswich plays tomorrow. They've still to play, so Leeds preferably would want a win tonight. 3 points at home against Sunderland. Sunderland who have nothing to play for, but it's still goalless at Elland Road. Here's Alphonso Davies for Bayern Munich. To the right-hand side, Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich. Back to De Ligt. And now across to Eric Dyer. De Ligt. Into midfield to Goretzka. Back to Eric Dyer. And Dyer, of course, also made that move from Tottenham, as did Harry Kane. Eric Dyer, kind of raised eyebrows when Eric Dyer made the move. I remember seeing on social media a few memes and a few jokes about Eric Dyer going to Bayern, but he's held his own really at centre back for Bayern this season. I mean, it's quite ironic that the 2 former Spurs players, who Spurs are constantly memed for not winning trophies, and the 2 Spurs players go there in one season, and Bayern about to give up their 11-year run of titles in Germany in the Bundesliga. So quite ironic, but they've held their own. I mean, Harry Kane absolutely storming it in Germany. It's not his fault that Bayern are not top of the league. He's pulling his weight by far, actually pulling other people's weight at the same time. Eric Dyer on the other front, holding his own, but Bayern as a defensive force, just not anywhere near the same this season. I mean, we look at their games and we look at who they've lost to. I mean, they lost to Dortmund. Yes, big game, Der Klassiker. Dortmund very good on the day, but Bayern at home should be doing a lot better. And they have a very good record at Der Klassiker as well. And then Heidenheim, 2-0 up away at Heidenheim at half-time, and dropping to lose 3-2 in the end in that one. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Heidenheim to level it in the second half before they scored the winner. Incredible. But it's just awful from Bayern. And I mean, they went on this run after they lost to Leverkusen. They lost in the Champions League and then lost a game against Bochum away in the league as well, and then around that time. And they can go on these little spells. We've seen it a couple of times this season where they hit a bad run of form and then they bounce back. But it's just too many times this season we've seen them hit a bad run of form. Arsenal with a corner. Saka on the front post. It's around a scramble in the box. Can they force it home? No, they can't. Manuel Neuer there to grab it at the first time of asking for him, but it was a cute corner to the front post, and Kivior tried to bring it down. It was a real scramble, and Bayern just had enough players to get it back to their keeper and take it to safety. But another nervy moment there for Bayern at the back, where they looked to be caught out at the front post, but they did well in the end, as Arsenal just struggling there. Harry Kane trying to squeeze through, but Arsenal battle back for the ball. Saliba. Gabriel across to Declan Rice now. We can take a bit of a breather now. We've had a quiet spell in the Champions League after that crazy few minutes where we had loads of goals in a quick bit of succession. Rice. Ødegaard. Time and space for the Norwegian. Taken down there, Ødegaard. Referee says no foul as Bayern have it back. Leimer. Now Goretzka through the line, trying to find Leroy Sané on the run there, but well marshalled and back to the Arsenal keeper by Gabriel. And that will be the idea for Bayern Munich, that counter-attacking ability. They've already seen it work once, while they latch upon a bit of a poor Arsenal pass, that counter-attacking ability. That is the kind of key feature of Bundesliga football, that counter-attacking prowess that we see from those Bundesliga teams. German sides do have that counter-attacking threat to them. Bayern will look to really hone in on that this evening, with Arsenal dominating the possession as probably expected. They're having more of the ball, Arsenal, the home side. And also they would look to have more possession, Arsenal. And that will be Bayern's kind of hope of that counter-attacking ability with the types of speed and quality and pace that they have on the break. They'll try and catch Arsenal like they've already done it once. Arsenal passing it around. Here's Saliba. Makes a nice run forward. William Saliba, it opens up for him here. Keeps the attack going. Plays it off, looking for Havertz. Who brings it down. White in the battle. And then Saliba just a bit too much in his battle. Falls over Jamal Musiala and gives Bayern the free kick inside the edge of their own 12-yard box. Or the 18-yard box. What am I talking about? The edge of their own 18-yard box. A goal in the game at Deepdale in the Championship between Preston and Huddersfield. Huddersfield just outside the bottom three, a point above the drop zone at the start of play this evening. Huddersfield and will take themselves 4 points clear of the bottom with a win. They are leading away at Preston by 1-0. Here's Bayern on the break. Here's Leroy Sané taken down. Penalty. Leroy Sané sped away from William Saliba, and Saliba pulled back on Sané. And the referee, no hesitation, and points to the spot. Killer pace from Leroy Sané. I talked about it. A counter-attacking pace, and he just breaks into the box. Gabriel steps out of the challenge. Saliba tries to come across, and it kind of pulls back upon Sané. It's also, he puts a stray leg out as well. William Saliba. And I think that could be a penalty. I mean, the referee's pointed the spot. I think it is a silly one, a clumsy one from William Saliba. And now Arsenal find themselves in a bit of trouble. They now have a penalty to try and stop. David Raya already conceded on the night. Serge Gnabry with the goal. And now the former Tottenham Hotspur player, Harry Kane, stepping up to try and put Bayern into the lead here at the Emirates. Referee just getting David Raya back on his line. The Arsenal fans hoping they can put off Harry Kane. Harry Kane, ice cold. Can he deliver in North London against his former side's biggest rivals? Harry Kane from the spot. Steps up and just side foots it. Cool as you like from Harry Kane. Waits for the keeper to move and fires it into the bottom right corner. And Arsenal from 1-0 up now trail by 2-1. And it's both come from counter-attacks from Bayern Munich, their main threat. And Arsenal a bit naive on both occasions. Just a bit too complacent. Not as aggressive as they probably should be. And Harry Kane from the penalty spot, no doubt about that. And Harry Kane, who's in absolutely exhilarating form this season, once again scores for Bayern Munich and gives them the lead at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Bayern Munich 2. Sensational. Champions League delivering ultimately. At one point tonight, about 25 minutes ago, we had both English sides leading in their games, and now 20 minutes later we have both English sides now trailing in their respective games against the Spanish league leaders and the current holders of the Bundesliga. Not like that's going to last long anyway. But Bayern still, at the moment, the current champions of the Bundesliga. Not for long, though. Champions-elect, Bayer Leverkusen, only one win away from that. But that means that all of Bayern's kind of ability and all of their kind of focus goes into the Champions League now. The league's done. They were knocked out of the cup fairly early this season, the DFB Pokal, by Saarbrücken. They actually got put out in the semi-final, Saarbrücken, of the DFB Pokal. That's another trophy Bayer Leverkusen are also on the chase for this season. They're in the final against Kaiserslautern. Leverkusen and Kaiserslautern. So Bayern only focus this season is the Champions League. And at the moment, they're leading in the away leg, which used to be a lot more kind of important with the away goals rule, but that doesn't, of course, count anymore. So anything in terms of any sort of tangible result from an away game in the Champions League in the away leg is huge, because you go back to your home turf and you'll win. You win and you're through. It's as simple as that. You win on your home patch and you can go through, and that's why it's so crucial to have the home leg as the second leg, because so many sides just grind out the first leg, hope to get something from it, even a draw, and they go into their home leg just looking for a win. But it's going even better for that. For Bayern at the moment is another free kick given away. Konrad Laimer this time committing the foul, and Jorginho, the man fouled. He's now having a conversation with the referee. Maybe a yellow card he's asking for. The referee just trying to calm down Jorginho, the midfielder. Mikel Arteta's a bit riled up. Here's Saka. Havertz again through the line. Saka made the run, but blocked off as Bayern clear their lines again and try and go on the counter. And look at the space they've opened up here. Here's Sané on his own. Sané beats past Odegaard. Leroy Sané chops back, and coming back were Arsenal bodies to stop him in his tracks like Oisane. Should have took it first time. What a golden opportunity for Bayern Munich. But again, that counter-attack. Arsenal just look absolutely hopeless at trying to defend those counter-attacks. Bayern Munich are getting away from their markers time and time and time again. And Arsenal just cannot deal with it at the moment. And it's the first time we've really seen in recent times that Arsenal look really weak and vulnerable defensively. The first time in a long time that we've seen this. It's just one ball over the top and the run in behind from Sané. No one anywhere near him. And in the end, he does try and take the touch back in field, and Arsenal bodies do get back. But, I mean, it's really something Mikel Arteta and his team will have to address quickly. Because if they keep going like this, Bayern will have this game wrapped up tonight. And that's exactly the opposite of what Arsenal will want. Very much so. 9 minutes of the first half to go. Another Arsenal free kick. Rice to take it. Whips it in. Headed on and headed wide by Gabriel. On the edge of the box. Nice power behind that one from Gabriel. Just not the accuracy to help it out. It goes wide. And if you thought the Champions League wasn't exciting enough, 6 goals already in this first half of these Champions League first legs, quarter-final first legs. We have another night of Champions League action for you tomorrow night. We're also in Madrid tomorrow night, but we're also in Paris as PSG take on Barcelona in the Parc des Princes tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock, alongside Atletico Madrid taking on Borussia Dortmund in that one in Madrid as well tomorrow evening. For you, those 2 games I will have live commentary of. Right. I have to say, I mean, for the much of the ball that Arsenal have had and the many shots they've had, Bayern Munich have had 2 shots on target, 2 shots completely, and they have 2 goals. Arsenal 8 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal, and it was a well-created goal. But Bayern look so threatening on the break, and I can't say it enough. The counter-attack is the identity, it's the philosophy, it's the kind of the bread and butter of these German sides. Week in, week out, if you watch the Bundesliga, even if you watch 20 minutes of the Bundesliga, you can tell me what type of football they like to play. Both teams like to play a lot of the teams, a lot of the top teams, like to play counter-attacking football. It's end-to-end stuff into the Bundesliga, and you'd think Arsenal would know that. You'd think Arsenal would be able to find a way to counter that, to stop that. Pardon the pun. But you'd hope so, because they know they're going to try and have more of the ball. And if they want to have more of the ball at home, they need to be able to stop the counter-attacks, because Bayern are going to have their chances. They have quality. But so far, they just haven't been able to. Here's Martinelli, though, on the left flank. It's quiet down that left-hand side for Arsenal. The majority of their attacks have come down the right so far, and Martinelli beaten off the ball by Goretzka. That's probably why. Haven't had much joy down that side. As Joshua Kimmich clears it away. White to head it back the way it came. And Harry Kane dropping deeper, trying to escape the Arsenal press, and in the end gets clattered there by Gabriel Martinelli, and Bayern will have a free kick inside their own half. Yeah, it's just a bit naive. That was a bit silly from Gabriel Martinelli. Just unnecessary to give that free kick away. But Harry Kane was probably going nowhere. But that was going nowhere. Straight out of play for an Arsenal throw there from Bayern. Trying to play it from the back. Eric Dyer going long and giving it away. Here's Arsenal on the break, trying to find Odegaard. But a cut back from Havertz is cleared away and out for an Arsenal throw. Nice move again from Arsenal. They're moving it quickly again. Finding those gaps. Havertz. Back to White. Trying to find Havertz again. Put out a play by Gnabry. And out for another Arsenal throw. White. Back to Saka. Edge of the box. Lays it off for Gabriel. Doesn't want to take the shot. Here's Kivior. Back to Gabriel. Under pressure. Plays it out to White. To Saliba now. Touch away from the Bayern man, Gnabry. Out to the right-hand side to find Saka. Trying to chop in between 2 Bayern defenders, and battling to win it back is Saliba, who keeps the press on Alphonso Davies and puts it out for a Bayern throw. Good pressing again from Arsenal. Penning Bayern in, not allowing them to try and go for that long ball that time round. So they need to try and stop the attack at its source. Arsenal, because those long balls, it's catching them out, and those runners off the ball from Bayern, those runners in behind are what catching Arsenal out, and those long balls are just not able to stop it, kind of defend it when it does come. But the best thing to do is stop it at the source. Stop the long ball initially. Saka. In defence, round the corner, finds Odegaard on the right flank, chops back, and Limer with the last touch, out for an Arsenal throw. Ball in behind. Odegaard made the run to the byline from the throw-in. Odegaard trying to use his skill, trying to drag past Eric Dyer. Did the flick, and it comes off Eric Dyer and behind for the corner. Saka was making the run in behind there. Blocked off, and Eric Dyer puts it out for an Arsenal corner. They've scored the most goals from corners in the Premier League this season domestically. And they love a set-piece goal, Arsenal. Like a real threat from them. They have another corner. Trying to threaten their second of the night. Saka to take. Right-hand side, in swinger from the with the left boot. Across the goal! Oh, and it was just bouncing up there. I thought it was going to drop into the net, but it ended up falling in the box, and it will be a Bayern free kick there. See this again, whipped in, and is there a foul in there? It's Ben White, I think, pulling on the goalkeeper. Yeah, good idea. There you go. So a free kick to Bayern there in their own box. So Arsenal allowing another set piece not to work out for them. They're targeting that front post. It's both corners from that side have been front post corners where they've tried to make it a bit of a scramble. And so far they've able to get it away, Bayern, on both occasions. This is another free kick. Mateusz Dulik this time with the foul. And Arsenal with the free kick. Inside the Bayern half, 2 minutes of the 45 to go, plus additional time. Saka takes it down from the free kick on the right flank. Pounced upon by Gnabry, and then Alphonso Davies in close control, but Saka couldn't keep it in play. And it will be a Bayern throw on the left-hand side. Deep for them. I mean, Bayern know how much this competition means to them. And the only positive they can garner from their season is if they can get to the final and maybe even go on to win the competition. Wouldn't be out of the question. You know, you're in a mix with with 7 other teams. You know, you find your way through the next two-legged ties, and you'll be in the final in London, not too far away from here, in the capital of England, at Wembley Stadium in early June. And you will find yourself within a chance of trying to lift another Champions League. A long way away yet, though. Arsenal haven't won the Champions League or its other naming counterparts, the European Cup, ever in their history. They're on a run. It seems unstoppable at the moment. At the moment, Bayern seemingly stopping them. But still another half of football to go here at the Emirates. It is still Arsenal 1, Bayern 2 into the last 30 seconds of the first 45. Saka opened the scoring. Gnabry levelled. And Harry Kane gave Bayern Munich the lead after 32 minutes from the spot. And Bayern 2-1 up. Still Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 2. Manchester City 1, apologies. Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 1 in Madrid this evening. Bernardo Silva giving the lead for City inside 2 minutes. before two quick succession goals from Camavinga and Rodrigo turned the game on its head and gave Real Madrid the lead in the game in that first half. We've won at a minute at the end of the first half here at the Emirates, so one more minute to go before both teams will get a 15-minute break and a bit of time to reassess the game, what way it's going, and figure out a way to improve. Arsenal more than Bayern, really, because Bayern have played it to a T, really, so far. 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. Firmly as clinical as you can get. Eric Dyer back to his keeper, Manuel Neuer. Goes long out to the left-hand side, finds Alphonso Davies, chests it down. White there to press it. Saka with the ball in behind. Havertz on the run. Flag stays down for the moment, but the flag will eventually go up against Kai Havertz. There was a hint of offside, and that was the decision. And that is the last action of the first half. So Arsenal did have another attack there, but offside from Kai Havertz lets them down. But at half-time, really, it's the counter-attacks from Bayern that have caught Arsenal out. 2 real counter-attacks, both penalised by Bayern. One from Serge Gnabry, the other from a Harry Kane penalty. And turning the game on its head for Bayern at half-time. Arsenal had the lead, Bayern lead at the break. It is Arsenal 1, Bayern Munich 2 at the break here at the Emirates Stadium. Analysis on the way next.
Catch me if I fall.
Welcome back to Champions League Live this Tuesday night here on LFS. It is half-time at the Emirates Stadium. It is Arsenal 1, Bayern Munich 2 in the first of our 2 games tonight. Still underway. They should be coming to a half-time in the game in Madrid in a few moments' time, where it is Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 1. Just coming up to the end of the first half there. They had 3 added minutes in the Bernabeu, so it is just past that 3 minutes, and they have now just end of the first half there, so it is half time in that one as well, where both English sides trail at half time in their respective Champions League quarter-final first legs, after both having taken the lead in their respective games this evening. And what an absolute crazy first half of football. 6 goals for you from the first half there. Absolutely unstoppable. Not enough time to take a breath, really. That's why I'm trying to take them now, because I'm expecting exactly the same in the second half from all 4 teams to really show their fight in this first leg at the moment. Well, let's talk about our game, really. Arsenal against Bayern Munich, the game that we're watching tonight. And at the moment, Arsenal, I've said it multiple times, they're having more of the ball, they're having more of the chances, they're being more creative than Bayern Munich. But what Bayern Munich are doing so well, and you could have predicted this, really, expecting Arsenal to dominate possession, to have more of the ball, to be a more threatening side. But the one thing that you expected Bayern Munich to do, and they have done to a T, is that counter-attacking threat. Their ability to break away when Arsenal give the ball away or when they win it back, Bayern, to go long, to make those runners in behind, test those the Arsenal defenders, and on both occasions they've done it. They've had 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. Twice they've done it tonight, and twice they've succeeded and found the net from doing so. So something that Mikel Arteta and his coaching staff are going to have to look at half-time and really try and get out of their team. Get rid of it completely and try and stop that at the core. They did a bit more towards the end of the first half. Maybe that was the fact that maybe Bayern felt they'd had the lead and maybe they want to just sit a bit deeper and not risk it too much. They did have a chance through the middle. Leroy Sané with a run there again for Bayern. Could have made it 3-1, but he just tried to step inside and Arsenal got bodies back in time. But again, they look a threat, Bayern, on the counter-attack, struggling are Arsenal in those positions, not able to stop the runners in behind, something Arteta's going to have to figure out to try and fix if they want to turn this game around at half-time. Saka with a lovely goal to open the scoring for Arsenal. They had a very dominant start, they pressed, they pushed, and they really worked it really nicely. 1-2 touch football. And then talk about the runners in behind from Bayern. Arsenal, again, runners in behind. With Bayern sitting a bit deeper, allowing Arsenal to have the ball. Way Arsenal can break them down is those runners in behind, and the one option is Bukayo Saka. He created it and he finished it off. The run down the right hand side, stretching the defence and allowing Arsenal a bit more space, the other players, to create an overload, to play the nice intricate football. Saka to make the run off any of his any mark or any Bayern Munich player, and the slice ball into him and the curling finish from Saka is really nice. And that was exactly what I expected from Arsenal too. So both sides doing exactly what you expected them to do. It's just now they're unable to defend the opposition so far. It makes it greater for us that we're watching tonight. A greater spectacle of football, but not for either manager and for their heart rates at the moment. At half-time in Madrid, of course, in that other game involving a English side, the Premier League side, Manchester City, they took the lead. In their game, Bernardo Silva with the goal inside 2 minutes from a free kick. 29-yard free kick, a bit to the left-hand side, and it looked like he was just trying to whip it into the box, and he completely caught everyone out. The Real Madrid keeper completely had no chance. Andre Lunin had no chance. The keeper committed a cross. He was expecting the whip ball in and the header to come to him. He didn't expect Bernardo Silva to try and go round the bottom and find the bottom left corner. A nice slick one from Bernardo Silva, catching everyone out from 29 yards. Beautiful goal. And then quick succession from Real Madrid. What we see from them in this competition, they never know when they're beaten. They never know when they're behind. They never know how not to succeed in this competition. Eduardo Camavinga, nice cut inside from the right hand side, took a deflection off Ruben Dias and found the net for Real Madrid to level it on 12 minutes. And then Rodrigo, one counter attack in behind the runner. Rodrigo with his blistering pace broke in behind the City defence, and we talked about Manchester City vulnerability from counter attacks, their vulnerability so far this season from those positions. Clearly Real Madrid have looked at it and they've kind of succeeded from that. Rodrigo with a blistering pace on the counter attack and found the net, rolled it through the Stefan Ortega's legs and gave Real Madrid the lead, which they have at half-time. So both English sides trailing 2-1 in their respective first legs. We will recap the championship first halves from those 6 games when we come back. Do stay with us. Welcome back to Champions League Live. Half-time in our 2 Champions League games tonight, where the English side's trailing by 2-1 in the respective first legs of the quarter-finals. 6 championship games for you tonight in the English Football League. Start at the Den this evening. couldn't remember the name of the stadium there. Millwall against Leicester. Leicester leading the way in the Championship at the moment. They stay top even with a draw tonight. Leeds can go above them if Leeds win, but Leeds are currently drawing as well, so there's no change for Leicester at the moment, who still lead the way, but not able to find the net against Millwall. Just one shot on target in that first half for Leicester. Really struggling to break down Neil Harris's side, who are applying a 4-4-2 formation. Old school football from them. Has them goalless at first in the first half, into the second half there in that one. 50 minutes gone in that one. They're all 7:45 kickoffs, these that I'm reading out now. Plymouth 0, QPR 0. Two sides looking to stave off relegation. Plymouth, a big win at the weekend against Rotherham to relegate Rotherham, of course, on Friday night. Plymouth in action tonight. They're at home again at Home Park, facing QPR, who helped themselves on a good run of form. QPR, 2 wins in their last 3, has them outside the relegation zone in quite a distance, but could find themselves dragged back into the mix if they lose tonight, and Plymouth do pick up another set of 3 points, which would take them 5 points clear of the relegation zone. But at the moment it is goalless between the two sides. At the moment, it's not goalless, but a deep deal between Preston and Huddersfield. Huddersfield actually had the lead in that one. Josh Koroma with the goal in the first half to give Huddersfield the lead, which they dominated that first half. Huddersfield, of course, started the night just a point above the relegation zone, and we're looking to jump up a few places. They're still only above that by 1 place. They're just outside the relegation zone because Preston have levelled the game. Will Keane from the penalty spot inside 8 minutes of the second half has them on level terms, and Preston look to keep their hopes of a possible top 6 availability this evening alive if they can win and try and be perfect towards the end of the season to maybe have a hope at a playoff place. But at the moment it is 1-1, and they're trying to conjure up a comeback there. A comeback certainly needed for Sheffield Wednesday. They're 2-0 down against Norwich at Hillsborough. Josh Sargent and Borja Sainz fired Norwich into a 2-goal lead in the first half, and that is the way it stands. But Sheffield Wednesday have come out in the second half and have started firing, but still not enough to get themselves back into the game. Norwich, who jump above West Bromwich Albion with a win. West Brom play tomorrow evening against Rotherham at home, who've already been relegated, but Norwich at the moment, with a win, would go above West Brom in the table and up into 5th in the Championship. Southampton, who are just above Norwich at the moment in 4th, are also leading 2-0 going into the second half against their respective opponents in Coventry. Southampton 2, Coventry City 0 in that one. At the moment, Southampton leading from the first half. Kyle Walker-Peters and Che Adams turning it around for Southampton. They'd actually could have conceded early on in that one. Haji Wright missing from the penalty spot could have put Coventry ahead, but Southampton do lead by 2-0. Walker-Peters and Adams with both goals, as Southampton trying to chase the top 3, which they're currently still 9 points off, but have a couple of games in hand. And the 8 o'clock kickoff, Leeds 0, Sunderland 0 at Elland Road. Leeds controlling the ball in the first half, but at the moment chances fairly even. 4 shots apiece. Leeds without a shot on target tonight. Sunderland looking a threat. Sunderland, who have nothing to play for really. Leeds going back into the top 2 as it stands with a draw, with Ipswich still to play this midweek. Leeds will want to win, and as it stands, if they win that game and Leicester fail to win against Millwall, Leeds will be top at the final whistle tonight. But a long way to go in the second half of those games. We'll keep you to date with all the scores from the Championship for you. The second half's underway there, and the second half at the Emirates and in Madrid is on the way in just a moment. So do stay with us here on LFS.
Catch me if I fall.
Welcome back to Champions League Live this Tuesday night here on LFS. It is half time in the 2 Champions League games tonight. But don't forget, that is not where your Champions League action ends this midweek or over the next 10 days, because we have all the Champions League quarter-final ties for you. We have tomorrow's games as well for you live from the first legs. We're in Paris as PSG take on Barcelona at the Parc des Princes tomorrow evening. That's at 8 o'clock. We'll also have live updates from Atletico Madrid against Dortmund in Madrid for you tomorrow night. And the second legs of the quarter-finals of the Champions League next Tuesday and Wednesday on LFS. Great work. Right, second halves are on the way here in the Champions League. Both English sides trailing at the half, and both will hope for a second half comeback. Of course, City away from home in their first leg, Arsenal at home in their first leg. So more incentive for Arsenal to turn it around than City. As City back at the Etihad this time, next Wednesday night for the second legs, of course, and we will have those live for you. So it's more incentive on Arsenal because they're away next, and Bayern taking a lead into that game at the Allianz will be tough for Arsenal to turn around. They'll want 45 minutes of glory here to try and turn it around the second half. City a bit less of an incentive, but they'll still want to take something from the game against Real Madrid in that second half. At the moment, both sides trail. Arsenal did make a half-time sub. I'll confirm that for you in a moment. I think it's Zinchenko's come on. I'll confirm that for you in a second. We're ready to get underway here for the second half of this one. At the moment, it will be the Gunners that will kick us off. Waiting on the referee's whistle. Just doing his final checks. The referee, the man in the middle, doing the final checks for the second half. And off we go. 45 more minutes in this first leg for Arsenal to try and turn it around. And again, do what Bayern Munich have already done this game and turn a deficit into a lead. We will see if they can do that in the second half here. We'll also keep an eye on, of course, Real Madrid and Manchester City in their respective quarter-final first leg. Here's Leroy Sané. First attack of the half. Sané into the box. Low fizzed one. Straight into the hands of David Raya. Comfortable for the Arsenal keeper. The Arsenal fans behind their team. Havertz. White back to Saliba. And of course, they'll not panic, Arsenal fans. They were 1 goal down coming here in the round of 16 against a Portuguese side in Porto. And they turned that around. That was albeit on penalties on the night, but they did score and had a 1-goal lead when winning that one on the night by 1 goal against Porto in the second leg of the round of 16. Of course, I want to win outright tonight, hoping they be hoping that they can do that. Here, still awaiting the second half to get underway at the Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid. They finished their first half a bit later than us here at the Emirates. As Arsenal again on the ball, controlling the ball. Saliba. Here is Alexander Zinchenko, the substitute at half-time for Jakub Kiwior. It was the substitute at half-time. Jorginho. Now to Ben White. Back to Saliba. Right down the right-hand side. This is a good move. Chip ball into the box. Gabriel Martinelli could only hit it a cross goal and no one was there to try and finish it off for Arsenal. But nice move. Although the flag was up actually in the end. Against Martinelli, I think it is. Or is it? Yeah, it's on the right-hand side actually. It was Kai Havertz that was initially offside for Arsenal, but good move. Good idea. Just making that move down the right-hand side. It's where Arsenal have been. They're more threatening this evening. On the right-hand side rather than the left. Bayern have seemed to have their number on the left-hand side so far tonight, but the right-hand side is where Arsenal look the most threatening. And they've just given away a free kick here. The Gunners are about the halfway line to Bayern. Limer to Dyer. Now to Davies. Down the line to Musiala. Plays it on, looking for Alphonso Davies' run, but Saliba and White battling there at the back and defending well for Arsenal and winning them a throw-in. Thomas Tuchel, also former manager in London, of course won the Champions League with Chelsea in his spell in West London. Can't get that mixed up. Get East and West London mixed up, there will be a crime committed. Who knows? Do not want to get that mixed up, but he did win the Champions League with Chelsea. He also lost the Champions League final against Bayern Munich, of course, when his PSG side faced them in their first ever Champions League final. PSG, and they lost that. That was the COVID season. Long ball from Arsenal. Nice run by Martinelli down the left-hand side. First real attempt, cuts it back. Odegaard left it. White. Now Zinchenko trying to chip it over the top. Rice keeps it alive. Battling, but lost out that time to Leroy Sané, but beaten off the ball was Sané by Jorginho, and Rice down the left-hand side for Arsenal. Wins a free kick for the Gunners. Good opportunity there. And Leroy Sané on the cover. Just a push in the back of Declan Rice. Not much in it, really. But a free kick goes the way of Arsenal. And Sané knows exactly what's going to happen next. I mean, he should be the master of that. Loves to win a free kick, does Leroy Sané. Uses pace and his power. I mean, he's already won a set piece tonight from a similar type of situation. Free kick then for Arsenal. Rice, who's been taking the free kicks recently, is over it again. A chance to whip a ball in. Almost from the touchline on this left-hand side. Rice, right-footed delivery, trying to catch it, the keeper. Hit the roof of the net there. Just too much of a curl and a whip on that one from Declan Rice. Wasn't one of his highlight reel free kicks that he's going to want to remember, but not awful. Certainly not great either. So, neither one or the other, really, for Rice. But again, Bayern tried to play out there, and Rice intercepting it. Saliba. Ben White. Through the lines. Finds Jorginho. Saka. Back to White. Now Rice. Across to Gabriel now. Martinelli. Down the left flank. Battling with Joshua Kimmich. And Martinelli winning Arsenal the throw-in. Goal at the Den in the Championship. League leaders Leicester in the Championship. Not able to score in the first half, but one team has in the second. It is Millwall that lead Leicester City in the Championship. Millwall's trying to stave off relegation. They will go 5 points clear of the bottom three with a win. Leicester lose tonight, and the Leeds win. It would mean Leeds would lead the way and be top of the Championship table by the end of tonight. But at the moment, Leicester will stay top if Leeds cannot do anything in their game and cannot get the win. At the moment, Leicester are almost handing it to them, gifting it to them. Millwall 1, Leicester 0. Wow. Wow, wait. Leicester on a 2-game winning run. They were hit their kind of difficult patch of the season in the last few weeks before the Easter weekend, where they'd won both games on the bounce. Sorry, the Easter Monday game and the week after they lost that game away at Bristol City on Good Friday. 2 games wins on the bounce there for Leicester, but losing again in a tough away stadium. A raucous Den. Here's Zinchenko for Arsenal. Cross to Saliba. Ben White just crossing the halfway line. Looking for the long diagonal. Again, Martinelli the target. Kimmich to head it away, and Zinchenko on the press in the middle, but Bayern play around it. Here's Musiala. Looked crowded out there, but he does well to beat past him, and Odegaard stepping back, dropping back, and defending for his side to win it back. Zinchenko. White. Nice Saka. Odegaard. That's a captain's performance. That's a captain's desire for Martin Odegaard there to get back and help his other teammates to try and win the ball back. Really good work. It's been off the ball that Martin Odegaard's looked more at his best tonight. And just more evidence of it there as he was in possession and tried to play it over the top and put it out for a Bayern throw. Bit wayward from his positioning. Not often you see that from him, but tonight, not been at his crisp best. Odegaard on the ball. It was a good challenge by Saliba on Kane from the throw-in. Gets Arsenal back on the ball again. Rice. Zinchenko. Declan Rice. Jorginho. Zinchenko. Patience from Arsenal. Spread out to the left-hand side. Here's Martinelli. Comes in field. Round the corner to Gabriel, but no option ahead of him. Back to Martinelli. Through the middle. Finds Odegaard in a pocket of space. Lays it off to Zinchenko. Zinchenko with a cross. And away by De Ligt. Battling there was Harry Kane to try and beat off Gabriel. And Gabriel goes to ground. And it will be a free kick to Arsenal. And a yellow card for Harry Kane. Initially, I wasn't sure the referee had even given the free kick, but say it again, Harry Kane, he's not hiding it whatsoever. He drops right back into the face of Gabriel, and his elbow come right back and clattered into the face of Gabriel. That's not great. That's not great at all from Harry Kane. Gabriel is going to receive a bit of treatment. He's in firm pain on the floor at the moment. Say it again, it's Harry Kane just stepping back. I don't think he means to elbow Kenneth Gabriel, but he does. He steps back, dropping back onto the Arsenal defender, and as he tried to shield the ball, his elbow swings back into the face of Gabriel. There was no indication that VAR were having a look, from what I know, but they would have maybe questioned it. But a yellow card deemed enough, and I would agree with that. I don't think it's a red. I would err on the side of caution in those types of situations. I wouldn't like giving red cards. I don't like referees giving red cards for those situations if it's just a bit accidental, but it does give a free kick and a yellow card for Harry Kane. Odegaard to whip the free kick in. Brought down. Ooh. The ball from Ben White couldn't find any of his teammates, but Bayern with the clearance. Straight back to Odegaard. Zinchenko. 11 minutes of the second half gone, and as Arsenal again dominating the game, but we know from what we've seen in the first half, Bayern don't need to have much of the ball. They just need to be clinical. And here they come on their first counter, first real opportunity of the half. Here's Musiala. Lays it off to Goretzka. Beats past his man Goretzka. Can't get it on target. Drags it wide of the left post. Quite convincingly past David Raya's goal. And behind for a goal kick from Leon Goretzka there. Didn't catch it right. Always curling away from goal. No real threat for the Arsenal goalkeeper there. In the end. And it ends up an Arsenal goal kick. Still nothing to tell you about. Nothing's changed in the game between Real Madrid and Man City. 8.5 minutes gone in the second half there in Madrid. And it is still 2-1 to the champions of this competition, the record holders of this competition, the 14 times winners, Real Madrid, against the one-time winners and the current holders, Manchester City. But Man City trying to eke their way past them. They had a good start to the second half, but Real Madrid certainly trying to work themselves back into it with that 2-1 lead. They'll want to hold on to that and have as much of an advantage to take to the Etihad next Wednesday night as they possibly can, Real Madrid, because Man City will not be an easy team to stop. They've met them before in the Champions League on a couple of occasions. They've knocked them out once, Real Madrid, but they've also been knocked out once. The last time round they were knocked out, City went on to win the competition. The time that they weren't knocked out, they went on to win the competition. So, fierce favourites, whoever goes through here, could end up lifting the trophy at the end of the season. We will see. Jorginho. Odegaard. Intricate play again. Saka further infield. Another foul. And another free kick. And it's Konrad Laimer this time with the foul on Saka. I don't know if the referee's going to pull out a card here. I think he's gone against that decision, not giving a yellow card. But it's just a rash one from Konrad Laimer. Just steps in, nowhere near the ball. And he just takes the right foot of Bukayo Saka from underneath him. And a bit... I mean, the referee maybe could have given yellow, but... I mean... if he just starts giving out yellows for everything, it will become a point where we could find ourselves even worse than that and could find a couple of reds here tonight. Yet to give out a red card, this referee in the Champions League in his 10 previous appearances as a ref, so not the vast amount of experience, but so far tonight, he's done a good job. This referee from Sweden. Arsenal have another free kick, which they've had a lot of. Both sides have had a lot of tonight. 24 in total, 11 for Arsenal, 13 for Bayern. It is Havertz and Ødegaard over it. We've already seen an English side score from a free kick tonight. Man City scoring in Madrid from a free kick. Can Arsenal follow suit? Ødegaard to step up. Ødegaard over this free kick for the Gunners. Chips it into the box, but too far away from Havertz there to get anywhere near it. And simple enough catch for Manuel Neuer in his own box. Fairly anticlimactic free kick. Goal in the Championship for you this evening, and one of those games involving two sides battling relegation, Plymouth and QPR. Plymouth beating Rotherham at the weekend, but falling to deficit tonight, and QPR, wonderful vein of form, 2 wins in the last 3, could make it 3 out of 4 if they win tonight and take themselves up to 15th, and a good gap between them and the bottom 3, which would be 7 points with 4 games to go. QPR would be in a very strong position, and they do lead at home park tonight. It is Sam Field with a goal to give the Rangers a 1-goal lead at Plymouth this evening. Remember, those games will be coming to an end fairly soon. 15 or so minutes, 15-20 minutes to go in those games. Still a half an hour to go here at the Emirates. Arsenal dominated this second half, but still trail by 2-1 here against Bayern Munich. Kimmich through the lines, finds Musiala on the run. Musiala trying to beat past his marker, but good work from Jorginho to stay with his man, although he's given it away, and the shot from distance from Konrad Laimer is over the bar from Bayern Munich. Raya comfortably dealt with that. Well, he didn't have to deal with it because it was going over the bar, but ended up getting a goal kick out of it. Not much threat to him again. The difference here is Bayern have had 2 shots in the second half, neither of them on target in comparison to their 2 shots in the first half, where they had both of them on target and found the net from both. So their clinical edge hasn't continued to deliver. Arsenal still threatening, but yet to have a shot on target in the second half. Can that change? Here's Ødegaard trying to change it. Ødegaard cuts it back. Martinelli tried to curl it, bouncing in the box. Away by Bayern again. Musiala trying to eke his way onto the ball and battled off the ball by Saliba. Saka taken away from him, wins it back, taken away again. A real scramble here. And Alphonso Davies under pressure from Saliba. And then Dyer to absolutely pummel it away down the pitch, but it gets a roar from the home fans. The Arsenal play has been sensational. Fabulous in the second half, but nothing to show for it yet. But they're pushing and probing for another goal to get themselves back on level terms. Here's Saka at the byline, looking for the cutback. Chipped across. Took a deflection off Alphonso Davies and into the hands of Manuel Neuer. Saka the one to watch for Arsenal. Already scored for them tonight. He's 18th in all competitions this season. You want to get a 19th if he can at any opportunity tonight. And it's not like Arsenal are don't have attacking threat off the bench. I mean, we read the names on the bench tonight for Arsenal. They do have attacking threat. Emile Smith-Rowe, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, Gabriel Jesus and Leandro Trossard. That's 6 players that can all kind of change the game here for Arsenal in attack. But they have 4 players trying to do that already. Odegaard. He's the main man. Trying to link it all together. Finds Zinchenko. Feeds it through. Nice work by Havertz. Went down. Referee didn't point to the spot. Said no penalty. I'm sure VAR will have a look as Havertz did go to ground there. I couldn't really see on that angle whether it was a penalty or not. Just see the replay of it. Ball through the lines. Havertz on the spin. Yeah, and De Ligt does catch his foot, but it's not a penalty. It gets a tiny bit on him, but it's more that Havertz initiates the contact rather than De Ligt there, which means it's not a penalty. And Havertz a bit hopeful more than anything. Yellow free kick coming the way Arsenal there. The referee not falling for Harry Kane's play acting of wanting a free kick and gives it the other way. Jorginho. Zinchenko. Ball up the pitch, down the line, finds the run of Martinelli, and flying across there was De Ligt and put it out of play for a throw-in. Good work from the Bayern centre-back. But again, Arsenal applying that pressure, trying to switch things up, continue to cause Bayern a few issues, and keep them running back towards their own goal. And it's showing because they're going to make a change here, Bayern, in a moment. Zinchenko to take the throw-in on the left-hand side. Zinchenko trying to find Odegaard, blocked off that time as Bayern come away with the ball. Sané, nice 1-2 with Musiala. Here's Sané, counter-attack again from Bayern. Gnabry on the run. Bayern trying to come forward. Arsenal flooding bodies back. Stirs Gnabry over the bar. Again, another warning sign for Arsenal. That counter-attack is still a threat. So far, they've defended it better in the second half. Held Bayern to more kind of pop shots from distance or from tight angles. Bayern are going to make making a change here. Leroy Sané, who won the penalty for Bayern to give them the lead, is going to be replaced here. Kingsley Coman is coming on to replace him. So Kingsley Coman coming on to replace Leroy Sané in North London this evening for the Bavarians. They've got options off the bench as well. Matthias Tel, Choupo-Moting, Müller, Zaragoza, Pavlovic, of course Kingsley Coman as well. Those players as well that can cause a threat for Bayern. So both sides have attack and threat. Arsenal just made another sub themselves. Gabriel Martinelli coming off, replaced by Leandro Trossard. And then the second sub there, Gabriel Jesus coming on for Jorginho. So a double sub from Arteta there. Jesus and Trossard on, replacing Martinelli and Jorginho. And a extra attacking body for Arsenal. And it looks like maybe they'll go to Havertz dropping a bit deeper now. Jesus leading the line. Trossard off the left, Saka off the right. And Odegaard in and around that area with Havertz linking up. Havertz a bit further on the left-hand side, and then Declan Rice kind of carrying it all together in the midfield with Zinchenko as that inverted fullback. That seems to be the way that I think Arsenal are going, and it looks like the way it is. Here's Zinchenko through the middle. Down the right from Odegaard. Finds Saka. Saka through the lines. Here's Jesus, first attempt. Jesus at the byline, taking his time. Jesus can't make a bit of space, still trying to run and find an option. Finds Rice, who shoots straight at the Bayern player who blocks it. And now Bayern trying to apply the counter with Gnabry. Again, patience from Gabriel Jesus there. Not rushing, not forcing the ball in, waiting for the option, waiting for the space. Oh, pressure here on Neuer. Oh, just gets away with that, Manuel Neuer. But again, look at this. Counter-attack from Bayern. Coman. Cuts it back to Kimmich. Now across, Harry Kane. Kane from distance. Kind of chips it. And it took a deflection off the save. I think David Raya made a touch on that. See the replay of it. Kane with the shot. It comes off Declan Rice. Was a shot on target. So it will be a corner That would have been a tight one. I think the keeper would have had it. I mean, Joshua Kimmich is complaining with the referee. A couple of Bayern players around the referee there. Don't know what for, but maybe the fact that Serge Gnabry's down. Maybe that's the problem. At the moment. So it is still 2-1 here. Still 2-1 in Madrid as well. So a lack of goals in the second half, making up for the fact that we had 6 in the first half. The Championship's come to life. Sheffield Wednesday have got a goal back against Norwich. Mikel Hickway getting Sheffield Wednesday back in that one. So 2-1 at Hillsborough. Norwich still lead, but Sheffield Wednesday trying to push on a late attack, a late threat. Coventry also trying to do the same against Southampton. Jake Bidwell with a goal to get Coventry back within a 1-goal deficit of Southampton. Leeds thought they'd taken the lead against Sunderland, but that goal flagged offside at the moment. And a goal at Deepdale as well. Preston have turned it around and now lead Huddersfield by 2-1. Milutin Osmajic with the goal to give Preston the lead in that one. Speaking of Plymouth, Plymouth have levelled in their game against QPR. Plymouth 1, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Wow. So if we don't have goals in the Championship or Champions League, we'll have goals in the Championship. If we don't have goals in the Championship, we'll have goals in the Champions League as well. Fantastic. Either way we look, we have goals, and that's great to see. As Bayern are going to make another change here. Serge Gnabry was getting a treatment. He's going to be now taken off. And Rafael Guerreiro is coming on in his place. So Guerreiro on. And Gnabry off. So Bayern have this corner. I'll tell you about a goal in Madrid. We have a goal there. We'll tell you about that in a moment. After this Bayern corner. Left-hand side. Joshua Kimmich to take. Right-footed. Whipped in. Away at the front post. And away for a Bayern throw. Goal in Madrid. We spoke about Plymouth levelling in their respective game in the Championship. There's been a leveller at the Bernabeu, and it's Manchester City back on level terms. See it here, edge of the box. An absolute top drawer finish from Phil Foden, who's in sensational form for City, has given City the leveller. Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 2 in Madrid. What a blockbuster of a first leg in the Spanish capital tonight. Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 2, and still a quarter of that game to go. Speaking of 2-2, goals everywhere at the moment. Not in this game, but 2-2 at Hillsborough. Norwich 2-0 up in the first half. They scored 2 goals in one half. It is Sheffield Wednesday's turn to score 2 goals in one half. Michael Smith and Michael Ehikwe with both goals for Sheffield Wednesday, who are back on level terms. It is 2-2. Wednesday are in the relegation battle. They won't jump out tonight with Huddersfield still enough above them. They need to win, Sheffield Wednesday, but they're only 1 goal away from that. 2-2 there. Chance for Arsenal. They want it to be 2-2. They're pushing for it into the last 20 minutes. Still 2-1 though to Bayern Munich. But we have kind of mirrored the game in Madrid already tonight. The English side taking the lead and then the opposition turning it around. We've mirrored that tonight. Arsenal took the lead and Bayern turned it around. We've seen that Man City, the English side, have levelled in that game. Will we be continuing to mirror that game and Arsenal getting the level out? Not with a chance like that because they've just put it out for a goal kick. Goodness me. Still 20 minutes to go though. A long way to go. For anything can still happen in the Champions League. Incredible. Incredible. I mean, it's just sensational. I don't know how many times I can say it. It's just fantastic. This competition continues week in, week out, season in, season out, to deliver sensational games. When you pip the best teams in the world, the best teams in Europe against each other in high stakes, high competitive games, it will always deliver. And we've seen 2 games already tonight, with still another 20 minutes to go in both, that have absolutely delivered and some. Incredible. Saka. And it's only the first legs. Still another 90 minutes of these 2 teams to come. These 2 games to come, sorry. These 2 ties. Arsenal again trying to thread it through, but cut out. Preston have now extended their lead. They took the lead for the first time tonight through Osmasic, and now Osmasic has extended that lead, and they now lead by 3-1, Preston, in the latter stages of that game. Huddersfield took the lead in that, but a turnaround completely in the second half from Preston has them 3-1 up at Deepdale. 2 from Osmasic and a Will Keane penalty. And with Norwich drawing at the moment, Norwich dropped back down to 6th, and now 5 points. Preston trail Norwich with a game in hand. So still within touching distance of a playoff place there, Preston, if they keep that pressure on. And they see this out for a massive 3 points. Norwich, if they fail to do that, would be a huge blow for them, because if a win would find them above West Brom before West Brom play tomorrow night. It's Preston 3. Huddersfield 1. Still goalless at Ellen Road though. Leeds Sunderland. What a job Sunderland are doing against Leeds. One of the best teams in the league. And unbeaten at home this season. Leeds, the only side unbeaten at home in the Championship. Leeds faltering a chance to go top of the table tonight with a win. At the moment they're drawing 0-0. What a turnaround. We talked about Real Madrid's turnaround in Madrid. Well, it's gone the other way. And it's Manchester City who lead once again. Real Madrid 2, Manchester City 3. Real Madrid scored 2 in quick succession, and Man City have done the exact same. And Josko Vardiol with the 3rd goal, and City lead once again in Madrid. Josko Vardiol from distance, what a finish. With his right boot from the edge of the box, curling to the bottom right corner, fabulous goal. And City lead 3-2. What a game. What a game in Madrid this evening. Absolutely sensational. What a game. 3-2 there. Still 2-1 to Bayern here. So both away sides leading in their respective Champions League quarter-final first leg ties. Musiala there caught. Not a foul. It'll just be a throw-in on the left-hand side. Game's gone a bit flat the last 5-10 minutes. Arsenal slightly the better side, but nothing really to separate the two teams at the moment. Arsenal still controlling the ball, but not able to break them down yet. Here's Jesus, though, to try and do that lovely feat. Finish! 2-2! Leandro Trossard! And the two substitutes linking up for Arsenal. Just as I talked about Arsenal not able to break down Bayern in the second half, they burst forward, intricate football in the middle again, and Jesus, cool, calm, collected, lays it off to an on-running Leandro Trossard, who does the rest and finds the bottom left corner to level the game for Arsenal. 2-2. What a game this is. From the throw-in from Bayern, Arsenal win the battles in the middle. Rice with a commanding header, brought down in the middle. Nice work by Saka. Lays it off to Jesus. You just think Jesus is trying to find the space to him for take a shot, but he knows all day long there's going to be a runner. He's going to cut it back, and that runner, Leandro Trossard, delivers and fires Arsenal back into the equaliser. Gets them back on level terms, and now with a chance, with 14 minutes or so to go, to try and turn the game on its head once again and give themselves a lead to take to Bavaria next week. Arsenal 2, Bayern Munich 2. And time is of the essence now for the Gunners. What a night of Champions League football. 9 goals, 2 games, still time to go, and here they come again. Ødegaard cut out this time by Dyer. And now the pressure will bounce upon Bayern, will crumble upon them. Will they stand strong, or will Arsenal do the business and give themselves a victory in this first leg? Bayern have beaten Arsenal on their last 3 Champions League meetings by a very convincing scoreline. But Arsenal a much bigger beast, a much more threatening side now. And Bayern not on their top form either at this moment in time. And Arsenal making a good run of it and want more than just this 2-2 draw at the moment. They want to win and they want to progress to the semi-finals. We'll still have another 90 minutes after this one, but This is their home leg. This is where you feel they have to win. You feel they have to take something to the Allianz next Wednesday night. Because Bayern at home will be a tough opponent. We will see what they can do next week. But tonight, it's all about the not 3 points. It could be a third goal that Arsenal want. And they want that win, that victory, that lead to take to Bavaria. But what a game. What a night. 2 games that have fully delivered on the highest order for us tonight in the Champions League. And still time for another twist, another tale to windle its way into Champions League folklore. Throw in for Arsenal. Now the Emirates is bouncing. That goal has completely reinvigorated the home crowd. The oldest cliche in the book, goals change games, and most certainly that equalizer from Arsenal has whipped this Arsenal crowd up. But of course this counter-attack could be a threat for Bayern. Here is Alphonso Davies. Try and silence the crowd again, but bodies back for Arsenal. Forcing Bayern backwards. Eric Dyer under pressure from Ødegaard. Plays it across to De Ligt. What an atmosphere. What an atmosphere inside the Emirates tonight. That is so special. Champions League football, European nights deliver such special atmospheres, such special moments for the teams involved. That's why this competition is unrivaled as the best European competition in the world. The best. Without exception. Incredible atmosphere inside the Emirates, and Arsenal pushing for a late winner. They're unbeaten in the last 7 games across all competitions since their first leg defeat in the round of 16 to Porto. And they've won 6 on just a 0-0 draw against City. They're only blotch on that run. The last time they won more than one home knockout game, Arsenal on the bounce in a single campaign, was in 2008-2009 when they beat Roma and Villarreal en route to the semi-finals, but eventually going out to Manchester United in the semi-final that season. That was the last time they'd won back-to-back home Champions League ties in one campaign. And they're on the verge of it here. Porto in the second leg of the round of 16 and could get the victory against Bayern here later on in the first leg of the quarter-final. Saka trying to switch it out to the left to find Trossard, but that time blocked off. Kane, nice ball, spread out to the left-hand side. Looking for the delivery there was the Bayern player there. Blocked off by Ben White and out for the throw-in. Throw-in on the left-hand side. Something happening in Madrid. I'm unsure as to what it is. I'll have to wait on an update for you. But we do, as I thought I had predicted and what I thought that I was about to see and about to tell you about, we have another goal in Madrid. I'll tell you about that in a moment, as Bayern are trying to rescue themselves in this game. I'll just tell you about that now, actually. Real Madrid, I've said it all the night, they do not know when they're beaten. Real Madrid again, back on level terms, 3-3. What a cracker of a game in Madrid. Sensational. Fede Valverde with the third goal for Madrid to level it once more and get them set up for a final 10 minutes for a winner to be found in the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 3, Manchester City 3. What a first leg. And here we are here again at the Emirates. Kingsley Coman. As Bayern trying to push forward now. Their first real sustaining of an attack. They have to push back though as Arsenal on the press again. And Joshua Kimmich facing his own goal under pressure. Limer with a nice touch. With the slide and press there from Havertz. But Limer did well. Breaks away. Finds Alphonso Davies. Down the left hand side. Running up against Saka. Davies in the box. Cuts it back to Musiala. Limer a bit lax on the ball. And Arsenal will get the free kick. Limer a bit lax in that one. Just saying it again. The Fede Valverde goal. What a goal! Oh my goodness me. Sensational. On the volley from Fede Valverde. Sensational. Honestly. These will be Premier or Champions League classics. That one in Madrid. This one here in the Emirates. Wonderful. 10 goals. 10 goals tonight we've seen. Here we go again. Saka cuts it back to Odegaard. Odegaard. Nice Saka again. Saka with a cross. No one there to meet it. Arsenal 3 bodies forward, but no one on the front foot to try and attack it. And it runs all the way through and out the other side. Both sides battling late on here in the Emirates. Arsenal probably the side that maybe need it more. They're going away in the second leg. They need to try and do their very best and get a lead to try and take to Bavaria, because it'll be a tough job to see out Bayern Munich on their own patch. Championship update for you. Full time scores. Plymouth 1, QPR 1, 1-1 draw there at Home Park. Preston 4-1 winners against Huddersfield at Deepdale. Draw between Sheffield Wednesday and Norwich. Could that be a huge point for Sheffield Wednesday to try and stay in the division? 2-2 at Hillsborough, and enough for Southampton to just see it out against Coventry after a late flurry of chances for Coventry. It is Southampton 2, Coventry 1 at the final whistle. Still going between Millwall and Leicester at the moment. Leicester trying to push, trying to get an equaliser. They had a good header, but off target. 8 into the 7th added minute of 7 added minutes. Last chance saloon for Leicester to try and rescue a point in that one. Still 1-0 to Millwall. And Leeds Sunderland going into the final 7 minutes in that game plus additional time is goalless. Leeds faltering the chance to go top of the table tonight. A win would get there, a draw would not. They would only jump into the top 2 with a draw with Ipswich. A chance if both sides drop points, Leicester and Leeds. Ipswich could go top of the table with a win tomorrow night. And they face Watford side who made Leeds drop points a few weeks ago. That was a Victory Road though. They're at Portman Road tomorrow night, Ipswich, with a chance, as it stands with both scorelines, Leicester and Leeds dropping points, to go top. Right, final 4 minutes here at the Emirates, and Bayern have a free kick here in a good area. Rafael Guerreiro and Joshua Kimmich over it for Bayern. This would be a huge one. Huge. From distance. Left-hand side of free kick, about 27 yards, 26 yards from the left-hand side. Kimmich and Guerrero over it. Cross comes in, headed away by Zinchenko, commanding header there. And Bayern will get the throw in. And Graham says some cracking goals in Madrid so far tonight. Absolutely sensational. I've seen a couple of the replays. Absolutely sensational, Graham. Unbelievable. What a night in Madrid. I mean, 2 top teams coming up against each other, and we're seeing the best of both worlds. We're seeing the best of those 2 teams in their attacking displays. Sensational goal scoring abilities. And we're seeing it delivered. And Trossard was down there for a moment, holding the back of his head, but he's back to his feet and is okay. Bayern with the throw in on the right hand side. Coman, heavy touch, and that's a pass back from Joshua Kimmich, which goes straight out of play for an Arsenal throw. 2.5 minutes plus additional time for a winner to be found here at the Emirates. Also, just over 5.5 minutes plus additional time for a winner to be found in Madrid, where it is Real Madrid 3, Manchester City 3. Both ties, both first legs, level going into the final stages of these first leg ties. The second legs, the return legs, next Wednesday night at the Etihad and at the Allianz. Whew. Here's Ben White. Odegaard. Now Zinchenko. Down the left-hand side of Trossard. Trossard across, trying to find Thomas Partey, who just come on for Arsenal. Thomas Partey, who gives away a free kick and gets a yellow card. Only a couple of minutes on the pitch. Thomas Partey, already in the book of the referee here tonight. Another free kick for Bayern. And that kind of helps Bayern out, really, let's be honest. If Arsenal give away those free kicks, slows the game down. I mean, I'm not saying that Bayern will be happy with a draw, but I'm sure they'd be contented with a draw to take back home. Stopping Arsenal on their own patch at the Emirates, denying them the chance to take a lead to Bavaria, would be a positive sign for Bayern at this moment in time. And as we enter the last minute of the 90, we'll see how long will be added on after this, but one more minute of 90 minutes to go. On an aggregate, the last time Arsenal were here at the Emirates, they couldn't be separated against Porto after 90. It took them all the way to penalties. They'll only have additional time tonight, not extra time. Chance! Oh! Hit the post! Kingsley Coman with a chance. Off the post, and now Arsenal trying to go the other way. Odegaard. Nice spread of the ball. A chance on the break here for the Gunners. Trossard. Down the left-hand side. Comes in, fails. Finds Partey. And Arsenal trying to keep themselves on the attack, but they could have found themselves ever so slightly away from a defeat. Goodness me. Kingsley Coman's effort bombing off the left post as Partey lacks in midfield. Gives it away. Musiala. It's anybody's game in the last few minutes here, but lovely challenge from Ben White, I think it was, in there that won the challenge, and battle for the ball, and Arsenal lose out there. 5 added minutes at the end of the game. 5 minutes for either of these sides to score what would be a winner, surely, in this late stage. Bit more time to go in Madrid. We will keep you up to date. We will not leave you until full-time whistles have gone in both of our Champions League first leg ties tonight. We will stay with you with, of course, Real Madrid City a bit behind us, but we will keep you up to date with that game in the latter stages as well, as you can see on your screen. We will keep you up to date with both games until they come to conclusion tonight. Right. Goodness me. Zinchenko. White with a poor ball. Giving away to Musiala again. Trying to get Bayern on the break. Again, Bayern's counter-attack closed down nicely by Arsenal. Trying to eke the bit of space themselves, but they give it away again. The Gunners. Sloppy in possession. The last few moments, Arsenal. And one thing they can't do is go on to lose this. They want to win it, but if you can't win it, make sure you do not lose it. But here comes Partey to find Saka. Takes it down on the right flank. Facing his own goal, Saka cuts it back to White. Arsenal want to get it up the pitch now. One shot on target over this second half between both teams. Arsenal scored from there. Only shot on target in the second half. Can they... Oh, that was poor. Straight out of play from Trossard there. Heavy touch. Lets him down. Comes to nothing. Whew. 2.5 minutes to go here at the Emirates. It is still into the 90th minute at Madrid. In Madrid. 3-3 in that one. Into the last few minutes at the Elland Road as well. Leeds pushing for a winner, but only one shot on target from Daniel Farke's side has them still 0-0 with Sunderland in that one. Dropped points for Leeds again would be devastating after their defeat at the weekend, and another set of dropped points tonight would be playing massively into the hands of Ipswich, considering Leicester have already lost tonight. Leeds win, they go top. Leicester, having lost away at Millwall, a tough ground to go to, having already lost, could have been toppled tonight. They will be toppled if Ipswich win tomorrow. They will be toppled if Leeds win tonight. But Leeds will have to hope for the late show if they want to win tonight, because they're coming into the last few minutes. Last 90 seconds or so at the Emirates. Into the fourth of 5 added minutes. Arsenal 2, Bayern 2. Into the 91st minute. And Madrid. And into added time there. All 3 games that we're currently keeping an eye on level going into added time. Will there be late winners in any of those games, or will they all end all square and set up for a blockbuster second leg for both our Champions League ties? The reverse fixtures, of course, City will be at home and Bayern Munich will be at home for the reverse legs. Tonight's home sides of Real Madrid and Arsenal. We're slightly disappointed that they couldn't get victory at home, but I'm sure with the way things have gone tonight, I'm sure probably both will be happy they didn't lose or haven't lost so far at home with time still to go. Saka. Partey. Arsenal hoping for it. Late on here. Man ticking down. Referee says no foul on Odegaard there. The ball cleared away for Arsenal again. Last minute, they have to get it up the pitch and have to put pressure on the Bayern defence and target certain key positions, key moments, key gaps in the Bayern defence if they want to try and win this. Partey through the lines, it breaks for Saka. Bukayo Saka around the keeper, goes down. Referee says no penalty, waves it away. Arsenal cannot believe it, the fans cannot believe it. Saka went down in the box, it broke for him through the middle, and now here come Bayern Munich. Down the left hand side, will VAR change this ruling? The game's still going. Boos echoing around the Emirates Stadium. And the referee has, I think he's saying that they've checked it. We'll see the replay. Saka takes the touch away from Manuel Neuer. And I think he initiates the contact there, Saka, let's be honest. He initiates the contact. I don't think that's a penalty. And I think the referee, he's had a perfect night so far, this referee, and I think that's another incredible decision, because there's the full-time whistle. And my goodness me, what a last-minute dash for Arsenal to try and win it. They're crying for a penalty, but when you see the replay, it's Saka that initiates the contact, and I don't think that is a foul. And it is concluded here at the Emirates, anticlimactically, but it has come to an end. And Arsenal, despite taking the lead through Saka, had to come from behind to rescue a draw from the first leg. They will have another 90 minutes to try and succeed and to progress to the semi-finals in the Champions League. 2-2 from the first leg. Bayern commandant in their counter-attacking ability, without a shot on target in the second half. Arsenal, with their only shot on target of the second half, scored to level. Saka incensed. The home fans not happy at all. But I think there is no question from my point of view, no penalty for Arsenal, and I am sticking to that. There's no moving me from that. No penalty is the correct decision. And congratulations to that referee here this evening. His only 11th Champions League game, and I'm sure one of his biggest, if not his biggest, in his Champions League career so far as a referee. And he did not put a foot wrong. Incredible from the referee tonight. Not often you praise referees in games. It's usually they get the kind of headlines when they do things wrong and make mistakes. But tonight, Glenn Nyberg from Sweden has been sensational in this game. A very intense, very high tempo, very crazy game at times at the Emirates. Refereed perfectly, and we enjoyed it. The neutral, perfect for the neutral tonight. The Gunners 2, Bayern Munich 2 after the final whistle. And it has just come to an end as well in Madrid. Just as I was about to say it's still going, the final whistle blows. and it is a draw for the other English side in the Champions League quarterfinals tonight in the first legs. 2 draws from the first legs, and what a cracker this is offered up as well. A 3-3 draw from Real Madrid and Manchester City. 6 goals on the night, all of top quality. Incredible. The goal of the night, smart from Bernardo Silva, surely. Foden with a screamer, Vardy all with a cracker, Valverde with a wonderful goal, Rodrigo with a cool classic goal, and Camavinga doesn't get the credit of that goal, actually, by the way. Ruben Dias gets the own goal that gave Madrid the leveller for their first goal of the night, but huge on the night in Madrid as well. So what a set of first legs from the Champions League. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. Let's just recap it for you then. There we are. Arsenal 2, Bayern Munich 2, and Real Madrid 3, Manchester City 3. 2 more first leg ties for you to come tomorrow night. You can join us on LFS, 8 o'clock again for you, as we're at the Parc des Princes as Paris Saint-Germain take on Barcelona. That's tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We'll have updates from Madrid as well from the Wanda Metropolitano as Atletico Madrid take on Borussia Dortmund tomorrow evening in the other 2 Champions League quarter-final ties. Those are tomorrow night as well for you. But tonight, incredible work, incredible stuff. 10 goals in 2 games, plus solid championship action. It's been an absolute crazy night, a wonderful night, and it's honours even from both Champions League first leg ties. They're setting us up for a real barnstorming set of second legs. See you tomorrow night for the first legs of our other 2 games, but tonight has fully delivered, and some. Good night.